Hey everybody, this is Oscar from the Side Hustle Playbook. Wanted to do a video regarding a question that we had on the maintenance for the Ricoh RI-1000 DTG printer. In previous videos, I think I showed the process or a quick view of the weekly maintenance and had a question on what it entails to do the monthly maintenance. So as we've talked about before, for these DTG printers and this Ricoh RI-1000, extremely important to stick with the maintenance that is required by these things to prevent clogged heads, bad prints, things like that. So we'll go through it real quick, show you exactly what it takes, and since you kind of know the weekly, since we've done that, we'll review that briefly, but it's basically the weekly and then a few extra steps at the end that completes the entire monthly maintenance. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, let's just talk about what is required or what tools you'll need. You're going to need some lint-free wipes. You're going to need these little lint-free swabs. You can get these through Ricoh. I buy these through Amazon. Better price, and the shipping if you have Prime is great. You need the cleaning solution from Ricoh. This is something that you have to get through them or through a retailer that sells it. And then you need this grease, this G1 grease. So that's what's basically needed to do. Normally you'll just use these three for the weekly. You need to grease up some rails for the monthly. So before we get started, what we need to do is put our head into the cleaning area. So we'll be manual maintenance. Are you sure you want to run this? Hit yes. And what happens is the head gets moved to the center. That way you can access it to clean. Now that we're going to start the actual maintenance, we're going to power this bad boy down by pressing and holding the power button. Hit shut down. Yep, we want to shut down. And then we also turn off the power in the back. So with the power turned off, you can see that the head is now in the center so we can easily access it. You want to make sure when we're cleaning the rails later on, we'll have to move this a little bit to make sure we get all the rail. You want to make sure that this never comes up to the cleaning station. You want to keep it on that side of it. So as a reminder, and you'll see right now, we'll kind of get started. We're going to clean under the print head. So we're going to basically clean the print heads. And we'll use the lint-free wipes for that. We'll also use the cleaning solution to clean and basically get that ink that's on the edges there. Try to clean this whole cleaning station up as best we can. The more and more you use this, it's not always perfect, but you want to do the best that you can. And then we'll kind of clean over in that area where you see a little bit of ink kind of just spilling there. So we'll clean all that up. All right, so we just completed basically what's the weekly. So that's like the first half of the cleaning. So now what we got to do is two critical pieces that are part of the monthly clean. So let me go ahead and kind of overview, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So for the monthly clean, we're going to go ahead and basically clean off the grease off these two rails. You basically want the head, to be moving nice and easy, and that's why you need that grease, but you need to clean the grease up. And then we need to wipe down the encoder strip. So that's this, on ours, it's a metal little strip. So for ours being metal, all we need to do is get the lint-free wipes and just give it a nice little easy wipe down. We just got to be careful we don't accidentally put any grease on the encoder strip as we're cleaning the rails. If you have there's models that I guess come with a plastic encoder strip, and if you have one of those, you would need to add some cleaning liquid to your lint-free wipe. But for ours, it's being that it's metal, we just have to use a dry lint-free wipe. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so now with the rails clean, we have our encoder strip wiped down. What we'll need to do is add some new grease to the rails. We'll give it move the head back and forth a little bit. And after that, we're pretty much done. So let's go ahead and finish up this last piece, and then we'll get the unit fully cleaned up. I like to wipe it down, I like to give it a spray with a cleaner and just kind of get the dust off the machine, clear the vents out and things like that. And then after that, we're pretty much all good to go. All right, now that we've cleaned everything, we've wiped it down, I usually like to let it sit before I turn it back on, maybe 5-10 minutes, just to let any of that cleaning solution dry out fully. But once you're done, you just basically make sure you have the power turned back on in the back, press and hold until you see that flashing light right there, and the Ricoh screen the Ricoh logo should come up on the screen, and start turning back on. Usually takes about a minute or two for it to fully boot up and be ready to print again. All right, so we did a nozzle check after we've done our cleanings. You can see we got some problems, and this is usually pretty normal. So we'll do a cleaning, an automatic head cleaning. And we'll basically just do all of them and hit clean. Once that's finished, we'll run this again and see how it looks. All right, much better, much better. So as you can see, still not perfect, but what I found is it doesn't have to be perfect, where every little line is exact. Once you start printing, you'll be good to go. But the colors look good compared to that. So that's what we had right after the cleaning. That's what we do after we did a automatic cleaning, and we should be ready to start printing. So that's pretty much it. You got your monthly cleaning done. You definitely have to be comfortable getting your hands in there and getting your hands a little bit dirty. You can see from the print head, what you're trying to clean is that dried out ink. You don't want it just sitting there and messing up your prints, as it'll get harder and harder to clean off. So you definitely want to do your weekly maintenance to be cleaning that print head, and then the monthly maintenance will make sure your encoder strip and your rails are nice and clean as well. Because if not, that can also affect print quality. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate all the subscribers and everybody watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below, and we'll see you next time.